What's up? Okay, I just had to pull over and do it live because I had something on my mind that I wanted to share. And it just kind of came to me, and you know how I am. When something comes to me, I'm like, okay, I have to share this. I'm going to pull over, give you guys a chance to get on. I just dropped my daughter and her friend off at Six Flags. So this is like, I still think it looks good. This is like morning, jump out of bed, like hair. 3-day-old hair, right? So anyways, no makeup, hey, but hi guys, come on in here. Okay, so I just had this download, and that's what I say when I receive like information. I'm just sitting here thinking about things. I think, I say it's like a download. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta share this because I just got off a call with some of my market partners, and we were just kind of touching on this, and then I was just thinking about things on the drive back. So I really wanted to do this. The fastest way to creating more success and abundance and prosperity in your life and really living a joyful life. I mean, really, hey guys, is this one thing that I want to share with you, okay? I don't think there's multiple things, but I want to share with you the importance of this, of what I'm going to tell you right now. And that is act as if. Okay, so maybe some of you have heard that, or you're like, what is she talking about? You want me to be fake? And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Act as if. So let me tell you a little bit real fast. So a lot of you guys know my story. I was a success coach for female entrepreneurs. I helped women who, desire to create more money and have a successful business, but they just felt stuck. They felt like they just couldn't get, from A to B, and they didn't understand why. And I helped them to, identify where they were stuck and stagnant and create that roadmap to success and, prosperity while creating more income. And so I did that, and then I said yes to Monat. And one thing that I thought about when I did say yes to this business was that not everybody is going to, approve of this decision, or not everybody is going to, like the idea of this type of work that I'm doing, right? So I kind of knew going into this that people may judge me, or they might be like, network marketing, what? Or, why is she doing this? Hey guys. So I knew that, but one thing that I was just mentioning on this call too, and one thing that I did was, instead of focusing on, and I think we sometimes do this, okay, this is like human nature, but instead of going into something, and focusing on, oh gosh, what about all the people that say no? What are people going to think of me? What are people going to say? What if they start judging me? What we do is we start beating to that drum, and we start focusing on that, and whatever we focus on expands. Whatever we give our attention to expands. And what's really interesting? We will start seeing more of that show up in our life. We will start hearing more no's. We will start hearing, people not really believe in what we're doing. We'll start seeing that mirroring happen. People start mirroring what we're thinking about, what we're giving our attention to, and what we believe. It's very, very powerful, okay? And if you really think about that, why is that? Well, because you're going to be sending out also a different energy if you're not really, really confident in what you're doing, right? But here's the thing that I decided to do, and this is what I'm going to tell you, okay? That I think helps. I'm not sitting here saying like, okay, I'm perfect or anything, but what I'm saying is, instead of focusing on that, because I knew that some people would probably, I had that story in my head that some people would probably be like, I can't believe she's doing this, or, judge me, to say, you know what, I'm not going to focus on those people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. Find somebody who's already successful in what you want to do and mirror them, copy them, have them be your mentor. And so you know what I did? I decided to look at all the beautiful, successful men and women in this business. And I started to mirror them. And, not like copying them, but mirroring them, like watching them. And so when I say act as if, like, I decided to step into that role, okay? So there are already people in this business making lots of money, Okay? They're very successful. And with that money, that means that they're helping a lot of people, because the one thing that I love about the business that I'm doing, I absolutely love, I am so passionate about it. You can't make money in this business unless you're helping people. The more money you make, the more lives you're changing. You see how this works? You see how I think it's so kind of wackadoo messed up that a lot of people don't think this works, or it's a pyramid scheme? Because the more money you make, that means the more lives you're touching and helping. It's not like another business where you make a lot of money and people miss out on the money. You can't make money, if you're making a lot of money, let's say you're making $1 million a year in this business, that means you have a lot of people on your team. That means you just transformed a lot of lives, a lot of kids' lives, a lot of families' lives, and you've helped a lot of people to feel more confident and beautiful in their own skin. So it's just a blessing for all, right? The money is just a bonus, right? So what I started doing is, started watching my mentor, my beautiful friend, Jennifer Caldwell. Hi. If she watches this, what is she doing? How is she carrying herself as a director? How is she speaking to others? How is she reaching out? How does she spend her days? Julie Stevens, a wonderful, amazing lady, amazing story. She's senior executive director with our company. How is she carrying herself? How is she talking to others? What is she doing when, she has new market partners or the training? And so I started studying, how they're presenting themselves. I even asked her face to face, okay, so tell me, what do you think I should do? What's the most important steps? What should I do in this business? What should I focus on? So I stopped listening to people who, I stopped focusing and listening to people that, how can I say this? I stopped focusing on people that might not believe in my goals or might not believe in this type of business. And I focus on the people that have already created success, that were already successful. And here's the thing, super successful. And sometimes maybe even more successful than the people that are saying it doesn't work, And I'm not trying to knock. I'm just saying, I stopped focusing on, I listened on who, where I was getting my advice from, where I was getting my feedback from, right? Was I really going to listen to somebody who, didn't have the success that I desired, tell me what could or could not happen in my life, right? Does that make sense? Helping from, yes. Blessings and abundance. So, act as if. So I decided, okay, so here's the thing. I'm in black now. You can see the steering wheel. See the car? I've got my air on right now, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay. It could be a little, I try not to keep it too junky. But okay, so anyways, I showed you that because what I used to do is I used to drive down the street and I used to pretend that I was in my Escalade, and I used to talk to myself like, oh, you're in your Escalade, I'm so proud of you, you're doing such a good job, you're making this much money a month, you're executive director with Monat, you have this many people on your team. And I started just talking to myself like I was already in that role, reaching out to people like I was already in that role, speaking to people like I was already in that role, and telling myself, look at all the lives that you're changing. And then I would imagine myself giving back to, charities and organizations that I really cared about. Gosh, how nice would it be to just write, a $2,000 check and hand it to somebody. Like, it's gonna make me emotional. And just hand it over and just hand that money. It was so nice when we went to church and a mother of a soldier, the first one that got killed, I believe, in combat in Desert Storm. She founded an organization, and they asked for money to give to families of, wounded and lost fallen soldiers. And, before I'd always give a little money, but to be able to write a really big check and know that I just helped a lot of families be able to have an amazing weekend. They take them to camp, Lasso Ranch, okay? They take them there and it's all free. And to be able to write a really big check and help that many families, made me cry, made me teary-eyed, you know? Anyways, I don't even know where I'm going with that. Just to be able to, you know, to think about that, oh, I know what I was saying, to think about that and like driving down the street and telling myself that story and then being able to live it out and being able to, you know, see that come to fruition. That was just so exciting. So, you know, in the beginning of this, I tuned out the critter in my head that said, you know, what is everybody gonna think? You know, you might get judged. A lot of people don't believe in this. And I focused on, you know, tuning my mindset and turning my attention to the people in my life that had already created success, that were already doing this, that were already doing the things that I desire to do, that already had, you know, the Cadillac, that already had the team, that were already giving back to people, that were changing people's lives. And I said, I'm going to tune my attention to them. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to ask them to be my mentors, and I'm not going to listen to, you know, the critter in my head or anybody else say anything different, right? Yes, Audrey is exactly right. Whatever we tune our focus on is what we create more of. And here's the thing. I want to challenge you guys. You guys want to do something fun? You want to do something fun? What you seek, you shall find. And I want to tell you something, okay? There's so much information coming to us in our world, what we call, you know, our reality, that the brain has to delete and distort information. Okay, it has to sort it, has to delete and distort information because there's so much coming at us all the time. Did you know that our brains would be seriously overloaded and we might go crazy? That's how much information is coming to us. I'm in the car right now. That car's driving, this is happening, this is happening. So our brain has to delete, distort information and sort it out. So how does it do that? Okay, I'm kind of going deep here, but this is cool. How does it do that? It's based on our beliefs, our past experiences, and our expectations. Okay? All right? What we seek, we shall find. I want to challenge you on this. I do this a lot in my coaching, my group coaching. Think about something. In my money boot camp, we do this. So let's have fun with it. You guys want to do money? Do money. Set your intention to find quarters. I mean, you might be like, quarters? Okay, well, whatever. Pick whatever you want. Set your intention today and tomorrow that you're just going to see quarters everywhere. You're just going to find quarters. My thing was I did money. I also do red birds. I see red birds. I'll just say, I really want to see a red bird. And a red bird will come. It might not come in right away. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it comes a couple hours later. But set your intention to see something that you normally don't see every day, okay? What you seek, you shall find. In turn, what that means is whatever you put your attention to, whatever you focus on, you're going to see more of. If you, focus on problems like, gosh, people are so difficult to work with. It's so hard to find VIPs. It's so hard to make sales. It's so hard to work this type of business, blah, blah, blah. You're going to see more of that show up in your life. But if you are always looking with eyes of solutions and, prosperity and abundance and, a little contrast is just a way to learn and grow, you're going to see life differently. Your perspective is going to be differently. And what shows up in your life is going to be different too. It doesn't mean there's not going to be problems, but it's going to, your perspective on that is going to be totally different, right? Audrey is so right. Yes. The power of thought manifestations are greater than people realize. Yes. I think you mean realize or real eyes. Well, you could say real eyes. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So you want to do something fun? I'm going to do it. So I set my attention one time to find dimes. Okay. I never saw dimes anywhere. People said, why didn't you say more? I'm like, I don't know. Literally, I found a dime in my bed. That's crazy. in my washing machine. I found them all over the floor. I found them in my car. I found them everywhere. So let's have a fun game. And this is going to show you that whatever you seek out, you shall find. And so it goes in with everything that I was talking about. Act as if, see the world through eyes of prosperity, of abundance, of, people that are having the success that you want. Start, seeking that out. Start reading books of successful entrepreneurs. Start mentoring them. Start modeling them. Ask them to be your mentor. Modeling them is the word that I meant. But yeah. Yeah, it is a play on words. I was meant to be. I love it. Yeah, who wants to do that? Okay, let's do quarters. I'll do quarters today. And just do that with yourself. Pick something. It could be anything. But pick something and start looking, give yourself the next 48 hours to just set your intention. You know what? I really want to see quarters. I really want to see dimes. I really want to see a red bird. That would be really cool. It doesn't even matter. My friend and past client, Katie, she set her intentions to see a yellow butterfly, and she was just saying in upstate New York, it was really pretty impossible to see a yellow butterfly, and she ended up finding yellow butterflies all around her. And it was interesting, she found it on her now I can't remember. I think a coworker was wearing them all over her shirt, and then she found them on some curtains, and then she found one somewhere else, and now she always sees like yellow butterflies whenever she feels like, hey, am I going on the right path, or should I make this decision or that? She always will see a yellow butterfly. So it's kind of a really cool thing. But and that's how I am with red birds. If I'm ever outside, like just praying to God, or just thinking like, God, give me some wisdom here, or give me the words to say, or let me speak, your words, or, give me that, that great download to talk to my team, or, how should I, coach or lead my team today? Just anything that I'm thinking about, guess what? I'll see a red bird. And the other day, one sat outside on the tree and just sat there for like 10 minutes. Just sit there. Even when I got up, even when I sit down, just sit there. And it's just that peace and knowing that, that I'm on the right path, or, God's got my back. It's really cool to have something like that in your life that just shows up to just know that you are loved, Hey, Shroud. Oh, and animals, yes. Okay. So, you know me, I could talk forever. I don't even know how long I've been talking, but I would encourage you, act as if, think about who you're getting your advice from, okay? If they don't have the success that you desire, just think about that, okay? And, model people that you want to be like. Find somebody who's already done the work that you desire to do and is already successful. Model them. Think about what you focus on. If you focus on a lot of people saying no, or, not working with you or not signing up with you, you're probably going to see a lot more of that in your life. And mindset is really, really huge. It can limit us so much, guys, because when we're acting out of fear, our results are going to be totally different than when we're acting out of faith. Okay? So just think about that. Oh, I love the owls. That's so cute. I'm going to do quarters. I'm going to do quarters for the next 48 hours. So see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. And I'm going to go now. I'm going to run into the store, and then I'm going to go home. So thank you guys for being on, and love you guys. Love you, Facebook friends. Yay. All right, have a good day. Bye.